Hey everyone, I've had a few people ask how I do the extensions with ChromiCode and Builderall, and to just give them a quick idea of how I do that with the iframe code and everything like that. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. I'm going to start with the JVZoo top 10 extension that I did. So we're going to edit it in Builderall. Okay, so here's the extension that I designed. The header is right up here, this little guy, and the footer is right down here, this little guy. I don't use them, I make them as small as possible, most of the time. You can use them. I just for most of my extensions I don't. But I might use them in the future, you know. Anyway, so basically I just built a little website, okay? It's pictures and links and images. I've got a couple pop-ups. Pop-up for Conversion Gorilla here. Pop-up for the menu. Okay, but basically I build a website in Builderall, and then I publish it, okay, so that I have uh, a real link that I can get to online. And then I copy that link, and then we come over to ChromiCode, which is right here. Uh, First thing you should do is go to ChromiCode, and if you look in this section here, you see ChromiCode snippets. Click there, and Kurt has given you 3 different iframe codes here to get you started. You can do a lot more with iframe codes, but these 3 generally take care of what you want. The middle one is for YouTube playlists. Excuse me, not for playlists, for search terms, where it will play a playlist based on that search term. You can also create your own playlist and play it with a slight change to this code here. Okay? But he gives you the start of all of them. If you just want the basic iframe that'll work for most things, you just use this, and then you'll change this width and height based on what you want it to be. If you want it to have a little bit of a shadow box around it, it says right here, make it look like a phone, then copy this one. Okay, and then all you're going to change is your domain name and the widths and heights of the iframe and any box you might put in there, the style. All right, so I'm going to show you my code. So here's my JVZoo extension. It won't show it here. There's sometimes where you can get it to show and sometimes where you can't. There's only certain things that can show in this preview. Anyway, if you click up here, you can see the source code, and I have one that's got a little bit of a style on it, so it's got a box around it with a shadow and a radius, so it's got like a border, a rounded border of 10 pixels. But here's the link right here to my JVZoo website. You can see it's still, I'm not using a domain name, it's still just sitting on the normal Builderall DNS. I've got some sizes here that I messed with just to have it look how I want. Okay, but this is the only thing I have in my ChromiCode code. I did everything in Builderall, and then I'm just simply using an iframe code to show it. So here is what I'm going to go click on the extension button now so you can see what it looks like when you run it based on this code right here. Alright, so here it is. It's a little cut off on the top here because of how I've got my recorder going, but you can see it's the same thing. It's the website there. I've centered it here. If I go over here into my editor, I can simply, I've built all of this into this box, as you can see. So if I select just the box, I can move it all like this, up, down, left, right, and I would do that. I did that, excuse me, I did that to get it centered inside of the ChromiCode iframe dimensions that I made. I wanted a little pillow or buffer around the edge to show more of the background animation and stuff like that. But if I move that around and save it in my Builderall editor, anything I do right here and save it, it instantly takes effect on the extension here. So I don't have to re-upload the package to the Chrome store and do a new version or any of that. I can make any edits I want on the fly, and it just updates automatically. So that's it. You know, on ChromiCode, I just use the code that Kurt supplied. I have done 4 extensions, and some of them I've changed the code more, but for the most part, this code right here works, and you just put your domain, your URL address here, and change these as need be. I'll show you one more real quick that I will just tell it to open. that I have that scrolls. See, as that one doesn't scroll, it sits there and it's kind of a set size. So let me show you this one. Okay, so this is one I did with some webmaster deals and steals that I'm putting together. It's not in the store yet. I've got it installed on my machine and I've got somebody testing it, but it's not done. So this is one where I'm using an iframe to show a widget, you know, so it's almost like two iframes, and that's why it's having a hard time showing what's here. Here's the code. It's the most simplest iframe that he had. 700, 500, here's my domain, and that's it. None of the styles or anything. So very simple. Now here's what it looks like when I run it. So this one scrolls. Okay, so I scroll all the way down, and it goes to a new page, and then I have a little button to take me to the top. But this one is just Webmaster's Steals and Deals that I like. But this one scrolls up and down, so just to give you another idea. And in the editor here, I'm going to close this. That one, let's see. Here it is. So you can see I have some stuff hiding off on the side over here that I just may or may not use at some point, or I could hide it or get rid of it. But anyway, built a website here, made it a certain size I wanted, and that's it. You know, built it all in Builderall, and then that simple iframe code to have it look the way it does. Here it is one more time next to this, and there you go. You know, so just a simple iframe code there, and all the work's done in Builderall. All right, hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I will try to do another video for you. Thanks a lot.